Barcelona is going to be facing Valencia in a couple of hours. We do have the squad list here. Everybody is available. Everybody is fully healthy, but unfortunately, we still don't have Inigo Martinez, Ter Stegen, and Xavi. But everybody that was here in the past 2 matches, they're still here. We have no injuries. Everybody is fine, and that is a good thing to hear. I think that right now we have to be more optimistic than ever, more positive than ever, because that is what Xavi Hernandez has been asking for. And this video is going to be very Xavi heavy, meaning that his press conference is what this video is going to be revolved around, because he did have a lot to say on the negativity that has been surrounding the club and what he thinks he should do moving forward. So if you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. I'm happy that you guys are here. If you guys are Barcelona fans, this is going to be the channel for you, where we do talk about everything regarding FC Barcelona. So enjoy this video, my friend, and if you like it, please like this video and also subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate your support. So let's talk about the first statement that Xavi Hernandez did say, and I quote, "I'm very well. I'm positive. I believe more than ever in the project and in the players. There's a lot of union with Joan Laporta, with Deco, and Marquez. But at the first corner, people get off the boat." And this is also something that I have been wanting to explain, right? Is that I don't know why we have to be so black and white. Like, why do we have to be so, okay, like on one day we say, I'm not on Xavi's side, Xavi out. And the next day when Barcelona have a good game, we say Xavi's the best coach of all time. We cannot continue to be like that moving forward. We have to stick with Xavi as long as he is the coach of FC Barcelona. And also, right, the media likes to create stories that there are people within the club that are in disagreements with Xavi Hernandez, that Xavi Hernandez should be leaving, but we have Xavi himself stating that Joan Laporta, Deco, Marquez, and other people are still with me. Everything is fine. So those stories that were being made in the past 48 to 72 hours, it was false. It's all about just painting fake narratives, and that's embarrassing. So Xavi Hernandez continues to state, "Everything is at stake. The president has never failed me. I don't feel alone." Then he continues, "No, I didn't feel alone. I have my squad who are very loyal. They are friends. I have my brother, the president too." Everything he said, he kept his promise. The same thing for Deco. And again, we heard stories, right? And I know that you know this because I know that many of us do spend our times on Twitter. There were so many media outlets claiming that Xavi feels alone, that he does not feel fully backed. There was also like some stories about Xavi Hernandez is at the training session by himself. There's no players surrounding him. He's truly alone. And again, it's just fake narratives, fake stories. So why create this type of energy at this club when you yourself claim to be a Barcelona fan? Like, are you really though? Are you really a Barcelona fan, or are you there just to create stories to keep your pockets heavy? So let's continue. Last year was worse. There is a unreality of what is being explained. We can win all 4 titles. We have played very good games, and last year it was already achieved. 2 titles were won. I think an unreality is being told. I already said in Belgium that a unnecessary tension was being created and that it does not tell what reality is. We are in the race to win 4 titles, and that is the reality. So what he's basically saying here is that why are people claiming that this season is worse than the previous one? Because around this time last year, Barcelona were already out of the Champions League. So they were only able to compete in 3 competitions, not 4. And right now, today, a year later, Xavi's saying we're still alive in all 4 competitions and we can win all 4. So let's continue. Xavi also talks about his resignation from Barcelona. And this is what he said. No, I won't resign. In any case, when the seasons are over, you look at how you are, what we have earned. But I'm positive, excited. We can have a great season. It's all at stake. It's time to be coherent, to be calm. We all have to be united. The media are not united. It's the second time with a bad curve, and we have to believe more than ever in players, projects, Deco, Yuste, and Joan Laporta, which is exactly what I have been saying. Why tear down Barcelona now? Why try to kick out Xavi Hernandez now when you are in the middle of the season? Like, please tell me, who else would you bring in to replace Xavi Hernandez right now at this moment that Barcelona can also afford? You're really going to say that Xavi should be out only because Barcelona is in 4th place when not too long ago, Xavi Hernandez showed the capability to go from 9th to 2nd. He can go from 4th to 1st. It won't be easy, but it is very much possible. Yes, is it true that Barcelona have not been playing at their best stylistically, right? Has our intensity dropped? Yes, it has. But so many other clubs in Europe are experiencing the exact same thing. And I think that if we want to see the true Barcelona back, a Barcelona that does play inspiring football, we have to give confidence to the players as a fan base. So let's continue. Now, as a coach, I'm trying to pull the car. I like leadership. I prefer to criticize rather than the players. I give more if they criticize me, and I won't stop. I have not thought about leaving. On the contrary, I'm more involved with more responsibility. I don't want to fail, especially at the club of my life. And when I hear stuff like this, I'm just like, really? Like the way that Xavi just got everybody emotional, right? Because Xavi's literally saying, I don't want to fail because this is the club of my life. He's begging to not fail. He's asking the universe to please help him, to help him succeed with Barcelona, because Xavi Hernandez loves the club. He brought success as a player, and he also wants to bring success as a coach. And so we just have to be there for him. And so lastly, this is what Xavi Hernandez had to say. We are a winning project. We know that football has no memory. When I say that we are under construction, it is because there will be potholes. And if each pothole we enter into a deep depression, it's called stability. If we lose or draw in Valencia, we continue to believe in the project. The club needs stability, especially after the Messi era, with a very complicated economic situation. We are the title holders in La Liga and the Super Copa. So it's crazy how he kind of ended that statement there, because I kind of did talk about that in the previous video, and I was talking about how, you know, this team is a team that is trying to function without Messi. Messi was here for the past 18 years, and now we have to learn to be without Messi. And I said that Ronald Koeman could not win a single league title with Messi. But with Xavi, without Messi, with a young squad, with a team that was inexperienced, he won La Liga. And it's crazy how he mentioned that we have to bring stability after the Messi era. So in a way, I feel like we're seeing eye to eye. And he also mentioned the complicated economical situation, right? He knows that he can't bring all the players that he does want. He knows that he's very limited in what he can do to create his image of Barcelona. I even say that. I even say we also have to give Xavi some leeway, because he couldn't bring Kimmich or Messi or Pavard or whatever world-class striker he wanted or left winger that he wanted. He can't do that. But other teams out there in Europe, they can. So Xavi is very limited in what he can do. You really think that when Xavi came in to start his second season, he said, I want Oriol Romeu as my true central defensive midfielder? You think that Xavi wanted that? No, that's because Barcelona could only afford Oriol Romeu. And now look at how this player in some way is damaging our results. And so going to the game between Valencia and Barcelona, look, one of the things that the oppositions like to do against us is to score as early as possible, to get a goal within the first 1 to 3 minutes. And I know that the opposition likes doing that because they know that it breaks Barcelona's mentality, and by a lot. And when you have a goal conceded against you within the first 1 to 3 minutes, it builds frustration. And when you build frustration within you because you get so desperate to tie the game, after you just conceded in the first minute, you lose control of the game. So one of the solutions that we need moving forward is to have possession of the ball, to not increase the chances of the opposition scoring against us. We need to have possession. It's simply how Pep Guardiola and Luis Enrique had Barcelona. They had possession of the ball in the first 5 to 10 minutes. They were trying to show to the opposition that they were in control. They were the ones that were going to be dominant in the game. And when you do have the possession, you destabilize the defensive structure of the opposition. And in that way, you also find areas and lanes to score your goals. That is exactly what Pep Guardiola did say. He said, I like to have possession. I like to pass the ball as fast as possible because it does destabilize the structure of our opponents, and we start finding spaces. And Pep Guardiola even said not too long ago, I like to attack based off how the opposition is positioned defensively. And so I hope Barcelona move in that way too. And so to end this video, I want to give out my predicted starting 11. I'm going to give out what I think should happen, but I'm going to also give out what I think Xavi Hernandez will do. So here's going to be my 11 that I would use against Valencia. I would have Iñaki Peña, and then having Cancelo on the left back position, Christensen and Araujo as our center back duo, Koundé as our right back, Gundogan, Frankie, and Pedri in our midfield, and then having our front three being Rafinha, Ferran Torres, who deserves to be the number 9 and deserves to get more minutes because of what he brings, and then having Joao Felix on the left wing position. I want to see Lewandowski get some rest. I just think that he needs to have that step down, and I think that Ferran Torres, again, truly deserves to be in that spot and to score goals because he can score goals. He's very effective. He showed it against Antwerp. But what I do think Xavi Hernandez will do is to start Lewandowski no matter what. Even if he performs a 1 out of 10 in the next 10 games, Lewandowski will continue to start. I don't know why. I think that Lewandowski brings something that we just don't know and that Xavi Hernandez does know. I don't know if it has something to do with like the leadership or his movement off the ball. I don't know what it is, but something is making Lewandowski untouchable. We just don't know yet, and hopefully we know soon. So I wish Barcelona all of the luck. I hope Barcelona end up winning and with a huge goal margin because, man, let me tell you, do they need that? I hope that ends up being 4-0, 5-0. We also get to see maybe Marc Guiu, who also scored against Antwerp. I want to see some players get some chances, but later in the match after Barcelona bury this team in the first 65 minutes. Hopefully that can be the case. So that is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.